Happy time zone chat. Thank you temporarily, Awry, for that comment. Happy time zone, good time zone. Everyone, good time zone. Hope you're having a good time zone. And time zone. How are y'all? Good morning. I'll say good morning. It's still morning for me. How are y'all? Still recovering from the podcast. I've generated a headache from the podcast, but not because of the podcast, but because it poured down rain this weekend and now it's 80 degrees and that means pollen is happening and my head is about to explode. So we'll see how this stream goes. Good shirt fun? Yeah, I had to order some new shirts. So you're getting a new batch of shirts this week. Is your headache because you were so terribly wrong on the podcast? I will stand by my wrongness. Look at that cord coming in here. I will stand by. It's snowing here in 1 degrees. Jeez. So yeah, I had an opinion on the podcast today, and it's gonna come to haunt me. And like, I'm not doing it to like troll people. It's just what it is. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. Went from 86 to 34. I like how we always kick it off with weather, but I'm actually like, my head's messed up today. Is bulk filler lumped in with piston filler? No, vac. I actually meant to mention that. Like the Conid, I would consider a vac filler. What do y'all consider it? So yeah, like I would, I put the Conid in with the vac, like the 823, to where it's like a different, it's not a piston filler to me. I could be, I'm willing to be, I could be wrong. Consider it separate from everything. That makes sense. I understand that. But for purposes, like if I was going to like not have like a singular pen type, I would put it in with the vax, but I'll get the completely separate. Still above Pistons though. Brad, have you tried a nasal spray? Yeah, I use Flonase every day. Conan's its own thing. Conid above piston filler then. There you go. Are you happy now? Are you happy now, chat? Look, piston fillers just don't do it for me. Like, I do not care about a piston filler. A piston filler is not a selling point to me, I guess. So that was all I was trying to. I don't it's going to come out as I hate piston fillers. I don't hate piston fillers, but I had to tier list the filling systems. Thanks, strings and pedals. So we did the traditional Japanese tier ranking: S tier, A, B, C, D. Cartridge converter and vacuum filler were A's. Eyedropper is B. Piston is C. It's not hate, it's indifference. Yeah, a piston filler does not move any needle I have in fountain pen purchasing. Where some people, it's the only thing, right? So that's a little bit of difference there. So that's all. So it's not that it's bad. It's just I am completely indifferent to a piston filler. I don't have those piston filler feelings that the piston only people have. Indifference is the right word. Whether I purchase a pen, like the piston filling doesn't matter. Brother just moved to Gainesville. Nice. It's about 2 hours north of me. It's a good area though. It's a nice area. Indifference. I'm writing down indifference. So when people yell at me, because I will get Naperville and I missed Oni P. 11 months of sub and Naperville and 13 months of sub. And thank you both very, very much. I appreciate you so much. Hey, Brad, are there going to be purple knurled icon grips? I don't know. I will never say never. They're not being ordered. The amount of times I show people a fountain pen and they instantly go twist the piston knob. Yeah, I didn't even consider that, but yeah, that's not bad. Well, Tess, if you ever make it out to Georgia, we'll have to figure something out. I just filled my E95 and Decimo and had a heck of a time with the little converters that came with them. I only use cartridges and vanishing points. So pro tip, I only use cartridges and vanishing points. So I shouldn't keep waiting on my spoke icon piston filler. I mean, if you want a spoke icon vac filler, we might can do something. Brad, when should we expect a neon yellow icon? Can you get neon yellow anodize? That would be cool. Hey, Andrew, link that review in the... Oh, I can get it pretty quick. Andrew did a great review of the Moonlit, which we talked about on this here stream recently, and I wanted to get this out. And then we talked about it on the podcast today. I got it. Got it. It is pilot only. Yeah. Good. I caught myself after I said that. Nice haircut. Yeah, little headphone hair, but we're good. Thank you though. Thank you. Got to get those sides shaved. The podcast went up, and wow, that's a title. That was a whole conversation after the show. It was like, what does this even mean? And it comes out pretty. It's early in the show, so you won't have to get too far in the show to get that thing. Oh, I was gonna do this too. Trip and go to Atlanta Pin Show 2023. Perfect. Opinion: cartridge converter greater than cartridge only. I mean, how many pins are cartridge only? I guess there's a few, like the Kavekos, right? But like, I consider them the same, but I understand what you're saying. Like, Kaveco is a prime candidate of that category. You're seizing looking at that shirt? Sorry. I need a warning. I need one of those warnings. Vac filler spoke icon. We're going to do a Vac Axle S. Vac Axle S. I'm lying, by the way, but I just felt like saying that. So this is that the ebonite pin on. Oh, he's making a short pin next. Then I'm in. Yeah. Brad didn't even mention capillary fillers like the Parker 61. He's in bed with big cartridge. Facts. There's gonna be like the what was that movie? Thank You for Smoking. I'm gonna be thank you for not refilling or something like that. That'll be my movie. My movie shakedown. Is the Pilot Elite cartridge only? I don't know if it'll fit those the 20s, like the push filler. Yeah, that beige ebonite's cool. All the materials are cool. I like the subtleness of the name etching. Like, that's cool. Everything about it's cool. It's just too big of a pen for me. But yeah, I will take the short pen. So thank you, Andrew, for putting this together. Thank you for smoking. Yeah, that one's been a while, isn't it? Been a while. So very cool. And then this, speaking of big pens, that's why I sent this to Jeff to review. I don't know if I could have gotten over the size of this pen, but it's actually is nice to hold. It's the Wancher Primo, same thing. It is a very sizable pen. 2005. Wow, I am an old. If y'all hadn't seen Thank You for Smoking, that still holds up. So y'all could watch that. Big pen. Wow. Big pen for big pen man. That's stupid. Good grief. It could eat the filling system for this pen is Sailor 1911. That's its filling system. My goodness. That's funny. So yeah, I had an opinion about piston fillers today, and so that happened. And thank you, Revizzles, for telling me I'm indifferent. That is the correct word. It's not a like or dislike. I just don't care. Recommendations for blue and green inks with good shading and fine, extra fine nibs. Green, I like Ackermann number 28, Hofquartier Groen. I like Alt Gold Grün, Ron Klingner. Shading blues, any of the bright Robert Oster inks shade pretty well. Sailor Manyo Yomogi, I think shades pretty well. There's a lot of blue shading. For blue shading and green, I go look at go to mountainofink.com and look at just hit the color tab and then look at some of the handwriting. Not necessarily the swab samples, but look at some of the handwriting. But like my favorite green is Ackerman number 28 because it has great. It's a bright green and it has great shading. Blues, your choices are way more varied. New king of pen in town. Yep. Enjoy your lurk, Toasty. Yeah, I just wish Pilot had their cartridges in more colors, right? So sometimes you just have to syringe fill cartridges if you really want to get a particular color. Like you can get stock like purple and orange and turquoise Pilot cartridges, but like we talked about on the show recently, like that would be cool if they did Oroshizuku cartridges. I don't care how much of a premium they would charge. I would buy them. I just find cartridges useful. So definitely more than Pistons. Maybe it's because I was filling and cleaning a piston filler this morning. And I was busy going for like an hour this morning. So there you go. Blue Black is the only Pilot cartridge I need. I don't love their stock like purples and orange and teal. Like I get over them pretty quick. They yeah, Sailor charges $2 per cartridge. It's extremely expensive. I would also use the heck out of them, right? Like it is by no means a good purchase except for convenience. I mean, there's nothing good about it, about choosing cartridges, environmentally, price consciously, any of that, except they're easy. I do like that. What pen were you cleaning? I just bought a used Pilot Lamy stainless 2000. So it just arrived from the UK yesterday, and I just cleaned it this morning and inked it up. So I've always wanted a stainless 2K. I like the stainless 2K better than the Macrolon, the standard 2K. Extra fine, and you know what? It's really dang good. I mean, it was a used pen, but barely. But like right out the box, yeah, the weight is great. Sorry, I got a bunch of stuff in the screen here. So yeah, the weight is awesome. But like my stock EF 2000, my Macrolon, my black one, was I never got along with, right? So I wanted to get, I always wanted a stainless steel, and this was a really good price for a practically new pen. I think I paid like $190 including shipping from the UK. So, and this one writes pretty fine. Like that's show notes from today. So it wrote pretty fine. Definitely good enough for me. Have you ever seen debris accumulate on a feed as a pen sits for a couple days? Very odd. I'm seeing this with my Blackstone Lemur Lime ink. So, Boss Baker Chris, yes, that happens with inks that use yellow, red, and orange, which in the lime, it's going to be used yellow. So you tend to have kind of that nib crud will happen with some inks in that color range. So you're going to see it in red, yellow, and orange base dyes. Mont Blanc Lucky Orange is a classic one that cruds up big time. Tasha Dye. Yeah. So there's some that do that, and you're gonna find them consistently being in that red, orange, yellow dye range. Yeah, Ackerman 28 would be in that yellow dye. Yeah, they call it nib crud. It doesn't affect your pen other than it looks bad, right? Like you can clean it off. It's probably gonna come back. Like if it came in there once, it's gonna come back. It's just like, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. The more evaporatory a pen is makes a huge difference. Yeah, like probably if the seal is not as good. Ancient copper, yeah, that's the ancient copper is the OG crud ink. Yeah, just wipe it off, keep going. Like it's non-damaging. It's just the price you pay to use some of those ink shades. So yeah, and ancient copper is like one of the great inks, and it is the crud monster of all crud monsters. So there you go. More yeah, the Parker's evaporate. So yeah, yep, that'll do it. The more air that gets in there, the more crud. So I'm not going to stream too long today. So if y'all just want to, if y'all have any questions, today's a good day for questions. I don't really have any topics other than if y'all want to yell at me about the piston filling stance. I get it. We'll do a giveaway here in a little bit. I got a busting headache. I have to do my par post for Panatic members, my rating post. I'm going to do that this afternoon. So look for that this afternoon. Tomorrow, update, stream viewers. No morning stream tomorrow. I forgot I got one more stupid appointment at 8:45 in the morning. So I won't be home until like lunchtime. So then we'll stream. I should be able to stream tomorrow. It's just going to be later, like more in the noon or late afternoon thing. Yeah, this appointment's been on the calendar. I just forgot that it was stream time. But after this, I think all these bulk appointments that I've had are just done on schedules I can't control. I try to schedule stuff for Mondays and Fridays to avoid streams and podcasts, and these I couldn't. So there you go. So don't look for me in the morning, but look for me sometime tomorrow. I will jump on sometime tomorrow. What kind of nib modification are you going to get for your 74? I'm almost certainly going to get a cursive italic, just a pretty standard cursive italic grind, because the way this tipping is. Let's see if I can move all this stuff out of the way here. And I'll have to bring in the Sailor. I don't have the Sailor Ocean in here. All right, this is all stuff I'm working on for later. Oh, and I guess I added another white silver pen. I don't think people didn't get my joke yesterday. Yes, follow me on Twitter to know when I'm going live. So we have to desmand. We have to get some of this stuff out of the camera. So we can maybe see the nib. So I should do a white silver update now that I have this one in. But yeah. All right, let's see if we can get this, and I'll show you, Ryan, what I'm talking about here. So I don't think I have a great example here. I do not. So I'll bring in my, Bennu pin. So get composted, like, you can't just generalize, right? So like if Bennu comes out and backs the insurrection, then that's one thing. But like you just can't paint with that broad of a brush, right? I believe, right? Like you can't just come out and say, at least in my opinion. I mean, yeah, I'm giving you my opinion on how I treat issues like with China and with Russia. I don't take a broad brush stroke to things. So, all right, so let's see what we can get here. All right. So there's almost a round ball on the tip of this nib here, which makes it too wide for me, right? So what's going to happen is this roundness will get edged off on the front end and on the side, so it'll almost be a square in the tip, and it'll be a little bit flattened out as well on the bottom rounding. So like this would be good for like a micro architect, but I prefer a cursive italic, and I need to get the Sailor Ocean in here. I'm gonna ink up the Sailor Ocean this weekend, and I'll do a comparison to show you exactly what it's gonna look like when it's done, because it'll be a very comparable look and feel to this pen. Galileo, thank you for the follow. So there you go. So, hey, Heart and Creativity. Enjoyed your stream yesterday. I'm glad we found you. That was fun. Who are you going to have to grind it? I don't know yet, but I will tell you when I do it, because I think I'm going to get this. So I've been waiting to get a few pens done. Well, thank you, Galileo. If you have more streams to recommend, I would love to see them too. But yeah, we want to get these stationary streams out there. So I'll probably get more of a needle on this one. Hey, Miss Kimber, welcome. So I'll probably get this shaped into a little bit more needly look. Hey, Jesse, good morning. 18 months of subbing, let's go, Jesse. Do pen stores typically have test pens? Yes. Hoping to go to Fountain Pen Hospital in NYC this spring or summer to see more expensive pens in person and wonder if they allow you to try some of them out. They should, especially Fountain Pen Hospital, who's been around forever. They should have a lot of pens that their distributors provide if they're not trying their own. That shirt is fire. Thank you. It's one of the new ones. We got some new shirt cycle coming in. So yeah, I'm gonna get this one done. I'll probably get the Kaweco Premium done, so that means I got to review this one soon. Because I'm gonna review this as a stock configuration. It's pretty good. It's pretty good as a stock configuration. There was something else I wanted to get done. So I'm waiting till I get a batch of pens to send them out. And, we'll figure it out. Figure it out then. Use someone new. Yeah, Damien, all in the nib, or JC. I haven't used them before, so maybe mix and match. We'll get some things done here. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on. Matthew Chen. Yeah. Like, we are flush with great nib workers right now, which is a good place to be as a community. I like to see people be able to, kind of really get into this. We were talking to Mike Masayama years and years and years ago. This is back when he lived in Atlanta. Bring him to the Atlanta Pen Show. Yeah, I'll see what the list is like. That's actually good. That's probably the timing I have before I'm ready to have everything done. That's actually not a bad idea. We were talking to Mike when he still lived in Atlanta, so that was a long time ago, and he was hoping we would start to get some people more experienced, and then that's when Mark Bacchus, who was also in the Atlanta area, was able to like train with Mike. And I'm glad to see this explosion of people wanting to not just do like nib work, but put their own stamp on this little sub industry we have, with like Mark and Gina, and doing like unique things, and fun, having fun, doing it. My birthday is next week, and I'm hoping to get my very first fountain pen. Do you think the Pilot Kakuno is a good place to start? 100%. 100% I would get a Pilot Kakuno. It's one of the great pens, great starter pens. Question, I purchased a pen online by a reputable company. It was in stock when I ordered it, then I was informed they already sold it. How would you handle this? I would take the refund and move on. Because, like, inventory discrepancies happen, right? Hopefully, like, the feel wasn't like they swiped it out from under you, just that the inventory was incorrect, they screwed up, and that's all they can do. There is no handling it other than that, in my opinion. As someone who has to issue refunds and apologize on occasion, right? It's not malicious. But yeah, as long as you got like an instant refund, it's a stuff happens. You chalk it up as a stuff happens kind of thing. Penadito. What's up, Moha? Had Masuyama grind a PO nib for me this weekend at the LA show and an EF stub. Oh, Jesse, you were speaking my language. You were speaking my language. I'd rather oops sorry than receiving bad inventory and going through that whole process. That's a second thing. Like, inventory could be correct and then they go to package the product. I'll speak from my perspective. I could be down to my last pin and sell it, and then I get the pin and take a closer look at it, and I'm not comfortable with the quality of that to send it to you. So I'm gonna eat it and say, look, I'm sorry. I thought I had one left. It's not in good enough shape. I'm gonna refund you this. I'll shoot you an email when I get a new one in. Oh, it was a used pin, so only one available? Yeah, I mean, it could have been in worse shape than they thought, and they weren't comfortable with selling it. Like, it could be all kinds of things. So generally, there's no malice in something like that. It was just someone, believe me, they would rather sell you the pin than have to give you a refund and email you and say, hey, sorry, right? Think of it that way from their perspective. I would much rather send a product to a customer than have to email them and say, hey, I screwed this up. My apologies. But when I do screw it up, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you fast, and I'm going to make it right. So there you go. Yeah, I have a Bacchus PO nib that I love. Hey, JD lady. Enjoy your working lurking. Don't work too hard. Jaredell. I do follow Jaredell. Absolutely. Part of the Stationary Brew crew. Thank you, Galileo. All in the hobbies. I like the Faber-Castell grip too. That's actually going to be your subheader. Like, every chat mention, all the hobbies, whatever they say, just do little parentheses under it. It's like, hey, I like bacon, and then underneath it would be, I like the Faber-Castell grip too. Don't you like literally have all of them? I'm a day behind in my planner. I'm going to do that this afternoon, too. What are y'all stationary plans for this afternoon? I got too much to do. We got things. We got stuffs. I may have to get a Pilot CH-74 despite my team flat top position. I used to be team flat top. I think that was the original hang up on the 74 and the 3776, to be perfectly honest. We didn't mention that today. But I was always team pro gear, right? And like, that style and aesthetic always spoke to me. And then I got over it, I guess. So you're right, no one mentions it. It's kind of one of the forgotten pins in that price range. Enjoy your new pins. Nice. Got 3 pen pal letters to reply to. Nice. I got to do my postcards have not made it to the mail yet. I'll see if they can get mailed today. CH91 is unfortunately not available in the US. You used to be able to get the 91 in the US. I have one very cool 91 from that Bungbox did years ago. Cross stitching, nice. So I'm going to try to do my writing this afternoon. I'm going to try to get done with the day in the next couple of hours. I need a break. And get back to shipping tomorrow. Waiting for my new Franklin Christophs. Nice. I'm not anti, just don't want another model to hoard. I think this one's okay to not hoard. Like the 74, like, I'm good with one. I'm going to get one. I'm going to set it up the way I want to with the nib. I got the color I wanted. Like, I don't have any interest in the purple or the orange or the red or the green because I don't know what else I would do with them, right? Where in the past I would be like, well, I need an extra fine one and this and that and this and that. I have Pilot USA that feedback regarding the 91 and needing more interesting ones that don't cost $3 for the regular ones. Yeah, I want the 912 to be their platform pin for exploration. I want the 912 because they're willing to put in all the wild nibs in it to be orange and purple and whatever they want to do. Glitter bomb, Like it's just not in Pilot's nature to do that. You hush, Andrew. Do not give them that feedback. The 912. What? Andrew and I are on the opposites. Why I like Andrew so much and why I like when he writes guest posts is we are on the opposite end of the things I like spectrum, right? The bigger, the better for Andrew, and for me, it's the smaller, the better. Same on the 74. Yeah, stock EF. Yeah. The uni dive is going to be something. I fully believe it's going to come to the US at that price point and that barrel style. It's just ripe for them to just do different colors and different models with. So tough launch, like busy launch, which is good, right? And then they'll just make more and make more colors. I think the Kuratoga dive is going to be a thing. I think it'll be universal. Yeah, I can totally see the price being what it is given how complicated it is. Jacob's post made a world of difference in my understanding of the price point. That's exactly why it's that price. And I haven't checked like the classic engineering drafting style pencils. If their price has increased over the years, because they were all in that 30, give or take $5 range. So this is a different level. The barrel design, Slumberland Studio, I do not disagree. I don't love the aesthetic of it, but I want to try it. Yeah, it's like the FC Model 02, which is my favorite Franklin Christoph, right? And then the Slumberland MK1, which is a machine pen for Pilot G2 refills, it's the best metal cap posting like full size pen out there because you rarely do it. It's not a thing that's supposed to happen, so you have to make exceptions to do that. You found a gaping hole in my top 5 list. Hit me. Top 5 mechanical pencil leads. Okay, I'll do that because I started testing them last year, 2 years ago. I only got probably about 6 or 8 of them done. I probably need to revisit that. I definitely have opinions on that. And I can add that to the list. I'm gonna write that down. I really want to try the new Uni smudge resistant leads. Do you hold out hope for that? Did I test the Kohinoor Hardmouth wooden pencil or lead? Because I think I have a wooden pencil, but I don't know that I've tested individual leads, Kohinoor leads, if that's what you're asking. Okay, I'm gonna write that down too. Because I don't think I have tested that one. I'll check the stash. I will tell you the one that won't make the list is the Rotring lead. Wow, that was bad. Power Belly 51. No way the smudge resistant is any good. We're thinking. It just needs to smudge less. Yeah. I don't know that I've tried the Uni 2mm. We still got to do a whole pencil stream. We'll do a pencil stream next week. Who was asking me? He's not. It starts with an S. It's hard to find an 05. All right. So we need top 5. All right. Added to the list that will go into my journal, which I'm very good at filling out, except for yesterday. I have not filled out yet. We'll work on that. All right, let me do a giveaway and then see what other questions you have. We're going to keep this under an hour today. Might be a bit of a monster for loving point 2. You know, that's one of my like dividing lines in the micro tip sizes that I like. I can do a 0.25 pen. I dislike 0.3 or less mechanical pencil lead. I stop at 0.5 on mechanical pencil lead. So I started listening to Pen Addict right after buying a couple Zebra pencils a little late, but I learned my lesson. Yeah, it happens. We have all learned many lessons and still learn lessons. That's why we like this so much. Is like we're learning all the time about all this cool stationery that's out there, and like what works for us specifically, and how that might be not so good for someone else, and things like that. So Koh-i-Noor is the originator of the HB system. I don't think I knew that. They're also I think I do remember the yellow story. I didn't remember the HB story. Good morning, Namiki Winter Vlad. We answered your question on the podcast today, which is now on your podcatcher of choice. Sabi Togi was my experience of a nib being too fine. I think I would actually agree with you there, Andrew. I tested a Sabi Togi before I got a needlepoint on a sailor. On an extra fine sailor, I could have chosen a Sabi Togi or a needlepoint, and I disliked the Sabi Togi feel. I did not like the feel of it. Yeah, so I can't do 0.3 mechanical pencils. Yes, Slumberland Studio, same. Exactly the same. I don't care how fine the pen is, we can make it work. I do have limits on the mechanical pencils leads. Yes, the meaning of life, universe, and everything. The big questions. You got your Jodo and you love it? Yes. I'm glad you like it, Thunder Viking. I know that was a big deal for that pen. That's a big commitment, and I'm glad you like it. It's really special to me. I really, really enjoy that pen. All right. Let's give away something. Let's see what we got. Let's see. All right. We're talking about Kickstarter stuff. Can I give a shout out to the Tombow Erogetin colored pencils? Not only can you give them a shout out, Schmevelin, they are my #1 colored pencil. They are the favorite colored pencil of the Pen Addict. And I only have one volume, which is 3 10-packs. So is that one volume, or do they call that a series? And my series has 3 volumes. Anyway, the Erogetin is my personal favorite colored pencils. Erogetin. All right. We've been talking about Kickstarter. We're talking about machine pencils. And I Kickstarted this one and have this. Any reps for something similar to the Kaweco Classic Sport? I like the metal versions, but they're a little pricey, but the plastic feels so cheap. I like the size and how they write. Those are kind of unique. So apparently Moonman has some knockoff-ish models, but I don't know anything about using them, if they're any good. I don't know that I'd do it. I ended up loving the Classic Sport. I ended up liking the lightness of the barrel. Schoen's a great size, but they're more expensive. We want small and inexpensive. The Kaweco Perkio is bigger and cheaper. I'm trying to think of some other ones. But I used to dislike the lightness of the classics, and I've turned out loving them. I really like the lightness. The Gravitas Pocket's not bad. Axel S is more expensive too. Yeah, Gravitas and Axel S are both they're both in that $60 to $80 range. Pilot Prayer is not a bad choice. It looks like a full-size pen, but it's pretty small. All right, see you, Tess. Enso XS, how much are those? 40, 50? I love the plastic sports too. It is definitely not fragile. That is one of the most durable. I have some of those pens that look like they're destroyed, and they have not skipped a beat. They are not, no cracks, no anything. Pilot Plumix, that's a big pen. Or you're just saying I need to get the nibs. Yeah, Enso XS is a good option. Check that one out, because I think that's more like $40, $45, something like that. All right, let's give this away. Finks products. They have sent me stuff in the past. Oh, this is cool. I'm like a talking head. Hello, my name is Finks Products. All right, so we're going to give this away. Vintage long short pilots. Yes. Vintage pilot elites are like 25 bucks. So this is the Finks. Phoenix. I keep calling them Finks. Phoenix. Phoenix. Sometimes I'm terrible at being literal. This is the twist. Phoenix twist. Fits the Pilot G2. PVD coated. Very nice. Awesome writing machine pen. Twist mechanism. Boop. Boop. Pilot G2, so it'll fit the Pilot Juice. So yeah, Phoenix. Let's give it away. Pilot Petite 1. Yeah, they did a really good job, and they have a couple of different models now. So definitely check them out. This was my Kickstarter reward, but they had sent me some previous to Kickstarter to review and test out. So, but this one came from the Kickstarter batch. Settle down, Kazdo. We haven't started yet. Y'all always jumping the gun because I'm too slow in getting these set. Settle down. I need a settle down command. Yeah, like I've taken a picture of my sunset one, which is yellow, and the amount of scratches I have on that thing just from usage is extraordinary. I mean, but the barrel itself is completely intact. Like you just have to learn to love the damage. Like this Lamy 2000 is gonna get, like, I can't wait till this thing is scratched up and banged around. All right, let me do this. Phoenix twist. I don't know if it's called the twist, but I'm calling it the twist. All right. All right, the giveaway is now open! Exclamation point raffle. Anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower or subscriber. You don't have to live in the U.S. I will ship anywhere to anyone on my dime. Well, it costs more than a dime to ship internationally, but that's just what it is. I like all these first-time chatters. Welcome into the raffle. This is what we do here. We don't have a long stream today. Short stream today. But I still fit in these giveaways. A lot of dimes. A lot of dimes. Got any journaling going on out here? Checking. Checking. 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Unlurk. Is there an unlurk command? I know we always lurk, but like we should do like an unlurk says. Where have you been? Where have you been? I did laundry yesterday. I'm ahead of that game. Whoa, here's a painting stream. Thanks. Whoa. We're not muted here. All right. I think we'll just wrap it today. All right, let's see who wins. Is that done? Pick a winner. All right. You lurk without a command? Yeah, you don't need a lurk command. Lurk commands are just fun. I like using them. Pick a winner. And agnostics. That sounds like a new winner. Are you here? And agnostics, you have to reply in the chat. You must be present to win. You got to say hi or something. Yes. Wow. Also works. Wow. Also works. Then you have to email me hello@penaddict.com your shipping address, and I'm gonna write your name on this. Moose Pie, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. All right. I think I should get these shipped tomorrow. So if you want me to ship it tomorrow, be sure to email me today your shipping address. And then I'll get out this stash of 1, 2, 3, 4 other things I gotta get. I gotta get shipped out. Shipped out soon. So yeah, should be tomorrow. We'll get this going. All right, what else y'all want to talk about before we wrap it up for today? We will be I'm really am gonna try to stream tomorrow. I just don't know what time it's gonna be. I'll have carpool in the afternoon, so that's always God, I gotta ship tomorrow too. I may not stream tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night if we're lucky. Ooh, maybe not tomorrow night. I might not stream tomorrow, chat, now that I think about my day. God, I thought we were gonna have a normal week for a change. I guess this is not the week to be normal, is it? Atlanta Pin Show hype? No, honestly, I can't even think about that right now. Like I am just bloop. Like I can't, it seems like it's 6 months away, and it's like 4 weeks, 5 weeks away. So yeah, I did launch Destiny 2 yesterday. I played the first first mission in the new campaign. Toby's better now because my wife is home. So she wasn't home when I was podcasting earlier. And Agnostic, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Yes, I got your message, O4A, and we're gonna get that done. Yeah, the whole thing. I am really impressed with Destiny. I just not having too much time to play. Barry and K, Knox shipments. I'm down to about 125, and we'll be back on the grind with them Thursday and Saturday. So I'm gonna get close to being done before the weekend is out. So that's the status. If I see yours in there, I'll try to remember to look at yours in there, and I'll grab it tomorrow if I think about it. If I remember, I'll try to do that for you. Sorry it's taken so long. We're almost done. Almost done. Via Silda, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. All right. On that note, I think we're gonna wrap it today. I'll send out some tweets tomorrow. I'm gonna have time tomorrow. I just don't know how that I'm gonna have time to actually turn on the stream and do anything interesting. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Go enjoy your piston fillers if that is your inclination. I won't think less of you at all. And enjoy the rest of your day, and enjoy your pens and paper and stationery. Go write in your journal or your planner. That's what I'm going to do when I get off here right after lunch. So we'll do that. Appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. Bye.